Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Cherie. I just wanted to hop on and show my new journal that I made, or a new journal that I made, and this ephemera book that I made also. I'm going to start with this one. I saw a video, I can't remember the girl's name, but she got the idea from Gayle Augustinelli, and I will be sure to link her video below. And so that's where I got this one from. Now I have ephemera file folders that I use to keep some, like my labels, like this one here, and then I also have another one that has just regular ephemera in it. And I wanted to make one, a small one, for my school ephemera, for my kids' journals, for their school journals. Like this one is my daughter's kindergarten journal. And when I go to work in it, I thought it would be, because I pull, I'll pull stuff out, but in order to help minimize the mess, I guess you could say, when I'm working in it, and just to have things right in one spot so I'm not constantly digging, I wanted to go ahead and try this size. So like I said, this came from Gayle Augustinelli, and if I can remember who the very first girl that I watched, her video, if I can find it, I'll link that one below too, because hers was good as well. And I think they call these storage folios, and these are just made out of regular scrapbook paper, but it's like the heavy scrapbook paper. So I wanted, like I said, a place just to put all my school ephemera. I haven't filled this up completely. I just the stuff that I already had pulled out, I put in here. But I'm going to go through my stash and fill it up later on. I just didn't want to have it too full whenever I showed it to y'all. So, let me unclip that there. So this opens up this way, and then this opens up this way, and there are, let me see if I can't, yeah. And there are 4 pockets here. So, I think I haven't used it yet since I've made it. Like, I haven't worked in my daughter's journal just yet, but I feel like it's gonna be a time saver, so I'm excited about that. So right here I've just put a book page and some big sticker sheets there, and these are just some bigger pieces, some stickers. And then here I'm thinking I'm going to keep, like, once I print my photos and I know that I want to use them in my journal, I'm probably just going to go ahead and keep them right here in this pocket. So that's also a plus to having this, because everything that I will need basically for my school junk journal for my daughter, it will be all right in here. And so I'm excited about that. And then these are just some printables, some bigger sheets that I have in the pocket here. That's going to give me a hard time getting back in there. Okay. So I don't know exactly how I want to keep this organized just yet, as far as what pieces I want where, but I figured I'll just, work that out while I'm using it. So I've just got some random bits, some printables, and this is just a clip from a vintage catalog, a die cut. These are some book pages that are pre-cut, or not pre-cut, that I cut out to use. Just some are some scraps that I thought I could use in her book, like lunch, and just a little thing, just little scrap pieces from books that I held on to reuse in different projects. This is just a card, And then here I have school themed stickers. Most of these are like from the 90s. Some are from the 80s, but most are from the 90s. And so yeah, so I figured I would have this whole section and this section. And I haven't finished putting all the pockets on yet, but I'll get to that. But yeah, this section will be stickers. All of these will be stickers. And the pockets are vellum. Some are vellum, some are, she used the little sleeve protectors for like 8.5 by 11 pockets, the clear ones, the clear little plasticky pockets, which I do have some of those, and I did use a couple of them, but I think I kind of like the vellum better. I don't know. We'll see. She did say, though, that in a later video that the pockets were coming, for some reason the glue wasn't sticking to the plastic very well, and they were coming up, and that she liked the vellum better. So I will go ahead and say that. And I would also suggest watching the video like in its entirety before you try to make one, because she makes a few mistakes, and if you try to do it along with her, you'll make those same mistakes that she did, which she goes back and she fixes it, but still, just so you know. More printables that I tucked in here. See, this is a plastic pocket right here. And then thought I had, no, those are vellum. And some I stitched, but most of them I just glued. I wasn't really in a sewing mood when I made this, so I just decided to glue them. This one's plastic. So this will probably be like my die cut area where I have all my little school die cuts, and I'll more than likely put some labels as well. And then these are just some die cuts as well, but just random school, well, what I would consider school. Or if they like remind me of my daughter, then, or my son, I went ahead and put them in here even if they're not school themed, because I figured I would go ahead and use them in their journals. Yeah, and a lot of this is blank. And then these are just some more little die cuts. And then on this side, I made a big pocket, and I put some journaling cards that I had made a long time ago. I did a few school themed ones, and I just stuck them in here if I thought I could possibly use them in the school journal. So I had those tucked in here. I'll put those away later. And then these are just some scrap papers that I figured I'll probably use in their school journal. This is a printable. Just die cuts for my stash. Just a sticker book for my stash that I thought I could maybe try to use up. And then in this back pocket, I am going to keep like her classwork or different things that get sent home in her planner from school for, you know, her life ephemera that's going to go in her book, like just some little notes from her teacher and just random stuff, really. Okay, so this is the school journal ephemera, Folio, I believe is what it's called. Or storage, whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Alright, so there's that. And then this journal here, I started it months ago. I made the cover, and I picked out the scrapbooking papers for it. And then I set it aside because I made a few mistakes and I was a little discouraged, so I just haven't touched it. And it's been months, maybe 3-4 months. Somewhere around there is what I'm guessing, and it's just been sitting in my little cart, and I haven't touched it. And then I just decided that I was going to go ahead and finish it regardless, because, you know, I put the effort in, and even though there are a few mistakes, it's okay. So I think this was maybe a cereal box, and I did the tissue paper technique, and I used a book page illustration, and then this is a chipboard frame that I just painted, and I did my little flower that I've done on a couple of journals. This is embossed enamel and a little stencil. And then one of the mistakes is that I put the eyelets, which I don't even know if you can really tell, but they're not matched up, but that's okay. It is what it is. So, oh, and another thing is that I wasn't really happy with the fact that there was so much room. Let me see, how am I going to show this here? Like right here, from the paper to the edge, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So on the inside, the reason why I wanted to make this journal originally was because I wanted to use up some of my scraps, and which I did. But that was one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm just going to try to get a few of my scrap papers used up. So these were like scrap papers, and then this was a napkin, and this is a catalog page from a vintage, I think it was from the 30s catalog, and I don't know, I just love it. So pretty. So I did my same thing that I normally do. I keep it very simple and plain. I don't add a whole lot of pockets or decorations or anything like that. Very little, because I do all that whenever I journal. So I don't want it to get too chunky before I start working in it, which it usually ends up happening that way anyways. But so this is a printable and this is a printable, and I just made a pocket here and then a little tuck spot here with that one. And these are in my shop too. I'll link my shop below in case you want to check it out. So just some scrapbook paper, some tea dyed paper. This was like a extra scrap piece, 2 pieces of scrap paper that I just stitched together, and then I just glued it in here. And this is a printable in my shop, and this is a printable in my shop. So I did that. I'll raise this up a little bit. And did a little bit of collaging because this back side, when I glued it down from the holes, it was sticky. So I just threw some scraps on there. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty bare. And then this flips up like that. This I actually just got from my mother-in-law. I went ahead and added it in there. It was my father-in-law's. He was like, that's the way, because he has his own bread business, and I guess those were his actual things that he used before computers, he said. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I was grateful that they thought of me. So some book pages, scrapbook paper. This is a Franken paper where I just took some scraps and stitched them together, but I like how it looks. Ledger paper. So I don't know when exactly, more ledger paper, I'll be using this journal. This is pocket, or what I will use it for, or what exactly. These are pockets, but I like it. I'm still working it in my sheet journal, and it's getting quite chunky. It's getting ready to be done with. But I already have a journal that I know I'm going to work out of that I made previously for the fall. This is paper from like a craft book, maybe like an embroidery book, I think it was. This was a scrap piece. Just made a pocket. I love this paper. I know it's very simple, but I like simple things, and I just think that those little hearts are just so dainty and cute. More scraps that I stitched together to use. There's a lot of Tim Holtz paper in here. More ledger paper. This is, what was it? Anna Griffin. This is dictionary paper from a 1930s dictionary. More ledger paper, Tim Holtz paper. This is from a paper pad that I got at Tuesday morning. So yeah, pretty, like I said, pretty simple. These are just some things that I went ahead and clipped in that I thought I would use. This is a pocket that I made here. And this was a scrap piece of paper, and I just cut out the circle with the Creative Memories cutting system and just kind of collaged and put this book page on there. And then this was a card that I had on my stash that I'll probably use in here just because I like it and I feel like it complements the journal. I'll just like stitch something, maybe put a piece of fabric or something over there, and it'll be fine. This is vellum. And more ledger. And that's the end. So yeah, oh, and this is the back side. And then I left one signature. I was planning on putting an envelope in on the last, but I haven't done it yet. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if I should because it's already kind of big, and I actually pulled papers out before I stitched it, put the signatures in, because I felt like it was too chunky then too. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that is my video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you get inspired, and I will, like I said, link those things below, and y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.